Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the 12th International Family Conference for the Dup15q Alliance. As you can imagine, this is the largest gathering of people with Dup15q syndrome in the world ever in the history. In fact, there are over 100 people with Dup15q syndrome here from 37 states and 6 countries. So, with a show of excitement, show us who here is international, not from the United States. Who came from a far distance? All right. Who's from the West Coast? Show me the West Coast people. Yay. All right. And the Midwest? Yay. Mountain states. All right, Colorado. New England. Anybody from New England? Nice. How about the Southeast? The Southeast. All right. Mid-Atlantic. How about Southwest? Southwest U.S. Nice. And whose conference, is this their first conference? We love that you're here. How about your second conference? Anybody's their second? Third conference? More than 3 conferences. Okay, who's been to all 12 conferences? Virtual counts.
Nope. We missed Philly.
All right. Okay, we're ready.
All right.
Okay, so we say that the Dup15q Alliance is like family. So welcome home. And it's great to be with just so many people that get it.
As Lisa said, this is our biggest conference ever, and it's a very important part of what the Alliance does. This is my board co-chair, Lisa Feehery, mother of 4. Her youngest son, Gavin, who is 16, has Dup15q.
And this is Karch from Wisconsin. She's a mother of 3, including Rachel, who dearly departed at the age of 36. And she's the grandmother of 2.
Oh, sorry. I keep advancing too much. I'm not sure how I go back. There we go.
How about this one?
Sorry, that one I do here. Sorry, we've got our technology. As we on the board, when we start, this is our board of directors update for you, lots of news and information. Lisa and I are board co-chairs, and when we start our board meetings, we always start with our mission statement because we want to make sure that we stay true to the mission. So you're all part of the Alliance, so we'd like to invite you to read the mission statement with us.
So we empower individuals living with Dup15q syndrome and other related rare diseases to reach their full potential by advancing breakthrough research and life-changing therapeutic treatments, supporting families affected by Dup15q, and promoting advocacy.
So, here's what we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about the board's work, what's happened since the last conference,
exciting developments in science,
fundraising to push research forward and help our families,
and ways that any of us could help.
As board members, we have 3 main jobs. The first is to take care of Alliance assets. It's money, staff, and reputation.
Second is to make sure that we are true to the mission and make decisions that are in the best interests of the Alliance as a whole.
And the third is that we follow all laws for nonprofits.
And everyone on the board is a volunteer. No one is paid for this job. We are a working board. Thank you.
So we'd like to take a minute to thank someone who served on and led our board for many years until he stepped down last January, David Gifford, who's Annabelle's grandfather.
David, are you here? David? Anybody? And we'd also like to thank these board members who cycled off the board in the last 2 years. Here's your current board.
We're excited to welcome 5 new board members. Their names are in lighter blue, who joined since the last conference and who bring experience in drug development, clinical trial preparation, project management, and patient advocacy.
So here's how any of us can help. We're always looking for new board members. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties here. There.
And board members don't have to be a parent. They can be an extended family member, like a grandparent or uncle or aunt. They could be a family friend or someone who loves your duper.
And our best place to recruit new board members is here at this conference. So if you can think of anybody who might be interested in serving on the board, just snag us. Technical stuff is not working.
So a lot has happened in the last 2 years.
First, we hired Carrie, who as our new executive director. She's not really new anymore.
Carrie brought a strong background in nonprofit management, consulting, and fundraising, and she's made invaluable connections with other rare disease groups, pharma partners, researchers, potential donors and sponsors, and of course, you, our families.
And she's further professionalizing the Alliance with, for example, working with the board on our strategic plan. This is not working. Sorry, everybody. So, we're going to tell you a little bit about our progress on our strategic plan. Let's not go forward. Sorry. There we go.
Which covers 5 areas: science and research, family programming, advocacy, fundraising and development, and organizational competence.
Exciting things are happening in science.
So stay tuned in this conference for updates about what we are learning about Dup15q and the development of treatments which extend to therapeutics targeting specific Dup15q genes that are disease modifying and may cure specific symptoms of the syndrome.
So the Ladder Learning Network is one of the most important things that helps with our science research. It's grown greatly over the last 2 years. We have 300 participants signed up in Ladder, and it's critical for our learning more about Dup15q. Now, the Alliance has over 2,000 families, so we still need more people to sign up for Ladder. Raise your hand if you've signed up for Ladder already. Yeah, all right. We have people here today who can help you get started with your sign up. The 4 things that are, go ahead. The 4 things that are important about the Ladder is that it connects patients to clinics. So some of you have been to our clinics. That's one part of the Ladder.
There are also monthly clinical calls where learnings are shared and newer clinicians learn from our more experienced clinic leaders.
For the newest clinical trial, all of the trial sites are at clinics.
And because our Ladder database links different records together in a de-identified space, researchers can do research more easily, and it makes our alliance and our syndrome more attractive to researchers.
So this chart, which is on the Alliance website, shows the pipeline of drugs and therapies, treatments that are in the works to improve the lives of people with Dup15q.
And getting to this point involved many, many years of hard work by our researchers and doctors, our families, and our Alliance staff.
We have a professional advisory board, and we have recently re-energized that by adding a lot of new people. We are also very grateful to those who have served on our PAB in the past and will continue.
The PAB advises us particularly on our science and research priorities and assists when families are in medical crisis.
So here's how we can help our dupers as part of the science strategy.
Please enroll in Ladder.
Please participate in a drug trial if your child qualifies.
Raise money for research with a walk, bike, run, any other event.
And tell your story to others to spread awareness of Dup15q. Sorry.
Advocacy is another important part of our strategic plan. The Alliance partners with other rare disease groups to effect policy changes in areas of common interest, like epilepsy or Medicaid coverage.
We work closely with pharma companies and researchers to interest them in Dup15q syndrome, and we support researchers in their applications for research grants.
This advocacy gets the Dup15q Alliance known and recognized.
So a very large part of the Alliance's work is in family support. The connections between our families that come from regional gatherings, from connections calls, from social media, and of course this conference, and the individual bonds that those are vital to helping us live our lives with extra.
We have a new board committee dedicated to fundraising. This year, because it's a conference year, most of our fundraising is for the conference. A conference like this is very expensive.
But it's worth it, right?
So this year we raised over $200,000 for this conference and $100,000 for science and research projects that we've committed to.
With the wonderful and record-breaking attendance at this conference, we know that the final conference bill will be at least another $100,000, and we'll need to make adjustments so we can cover these costs.
This year, your successful fundraising efforts for research were the Big Give, the $1 Million Bike Ride, various endurance runs, and the Cure Epilepsy Matching Grant.
So we're also going, if we're going to promote the science that we've been talking about, we're going to have to take our fundraising to another level. We think we're going to need to raise about $1 million in the next 2 years. Now that is not all coming from you. You do not need to empty out your pockets. You do need to help us think. So we are planning a couple of events in the future. We're hoping to have a gala in the Philadelphia, New York area. And of course, there are tried and true Believe walks. And we really hope that people will leave this conference energized to do a walk. And in fact, I think I'm going to invite some friendly competition. So our Wisconsin group is small, but we would be happy to join with either Chicagoland or Minnesota to do a really awesome walk. So just think about that, and then we'd like to compete with, say, Colorado. They raised a lot of money last year. Well, yeah, so we're throwing it down.
Trash talk, welcome.
So anyway, think of ways we could do new fundraising. If you have ideas, just grab any board member and pass that on. You should encourage anyone who donates to check with their employer to see if they do matching grants. Get together.
I don't see it.
Oh, sorry.
Get together with other families and sign up to host a Believe Walk, a regional gathering, or a run, or other events.
Support our gala when we tell you more about it.
And bring new ideas to the fundraising committee. We're all ears. The Alliance keeps growing, adding families every month, and our wonderful staff works around the clock supporting all of us.
So we are really grateful to our long-serving staff and glad for the new energy that we have from new staff who are here in the lighter blue. And let's thank our staff. Oh, sorry. Sorry, technologically challenged here. There we go. I don't think that's right, though. There we go.
So if you want to know about our strategic plan,
If you want to join the board or know someone we could ask to join the board,
If you have comments or questions, please reach out to any of the board members.
We have beige ribbons on, and we would love to talk to you.
So welcome to the conference. It's your conference, and we're so glad that you're here.